So I want to try and give you a worked example from nose to tail. I'm going to go through it slowly, one step at a time, so that you can build this alongside me as I try this. So where do I get my ideas from for screens? Well, often it's from the Stockopedia articles that are published by Ed. And there was one really interesting article which he's doing an upcoming webinar on. Let me find it. It's this post here. The StockRank's jump effect. Ed's been doing some research about stocks that jump into the 90 plus StockRank range and the returns that you see on those. So as soon as I see this, that's the type of thing I'm interested in. So let's explore if we can build a screen to try and capture that. And if we can automate the buying and selling of that into a portfolio, we can run this every day, a couple of months, a year, and see if there's any merit in what we're able to screen. Have we got a strategy that works? So let's think about what we're going to try and do. So we're looking for a jump in StockRank. And what I'm personally interested in is I want stocks that are trending. I don't want stocks that are horizontal or declining. So personally for me, I would like a StockRank jump, and I want the stock trending in the way that I like it with Ichimoku. So let's see if we can build a screen around that. So here's my really simple screen called StockRank jump. Previous day, the StockRank was less than or equal to 88. And today, the StockRank is greater than or equal to 90. We don't have the flexibility that Ed's using in his article. He's comparing the StockRank jump over a week. And so hopefully we'll get some more features, screenable features around this to be able to give us more candidates. And you know that I'm a momentum investor, so I'm looking for stocks that are trending. There's 8 candidates here, some of which are bearish, some of which are consolidating. But there's 2 candidates here that are potentially trending. So I'm particularly interested in those. So what I do to my screen is I add hashtag Ichimoku. I say, I want the screen criteria to be true, and please find me out of those 8 stocks if any of them are trending. So I can save that screen now. I can open up console. So looking at this screener, I need to put it back on the table view. And let's just run that screener just as it is here. We're just going to run this now. It's going to look for which of these stocks has got the Ichimoku trending. And out of the 8 of them, it's found 2. If we have a quick look at the charts for those stocks. This is the first one, World Company. It's trending. I haven't done any buying yet. This is a buy from another portfolio. It's trending. All of the Ichimoku signals are in position for me. That's great. And the next one is Severfield. All of the Ichimoku signals are in place, apart from the risk of consolidation box, which I think has just moved because the price has just dropped slightly, which has pulled this price down a little bit just to collide with this here. So there's my screen. First of all, I've built my screen. That's part 1. This is always part 1 of your journey. What candidates am I looking for? So I set the rules normally through the StockRank, and I add any extra ones that I'm interested in as hashtags. These list is sorted by StockRank. So World Company has a higher StockRank today than Severfield. So later on when we come to buy, it'll pick, if there's only one space, it'll pick World Company over Severfield because that is the way we've ordered our screen. We wanted it in a different manner. We could change the ordering. Maybe we wanted to order it by quality rank or something like that. You decide. But the screen controls the preference. You're expressing your preference of which order to buy and sell stocks in. So there's our screen. We've got a screen now that if I run it every day will produce candidates.